we've got some maintenance to do. So Rocky, the eagle owl, who is very famous, by the way, he's been in 6 movies and a TV series, and if you want to know more about that, then just leave me a comment down below. I can tell you exactly what he's been in. But anyway, I had him at a birthday party yesterday, and he was in the carrier for about 4 hours, and he completely destroyed the carrier, and he chewed one of his cuffs. So we need to put a new cuff on him. So that's what we're gonna do, put a new cuff on him. So what you have to do first is figure out, look, he completely destroyed this perch inside here. He's completely, he destroyed all of that, and then he chewed one of his cuffs. I'll bring him out and you can see his cuff chewed. So if you look right here, that cuff is almost chewed completely in two right there. So we're gonna cut that off and we're gonna make him a new cuff. All right, boy. Boy, here, Perch. So the first thing I gotta do is figure out how thick his leg is. So what I'm gonna do is cut the old cuff off and use it as a template. Your leather cutting only scissors. These scissors cut leather exceedingly well, and if you cut paper with these, you will ruin them. However, you can cut a penny in half with these scissors. So this is the cuff template that we're gonna work with right here. That way I know exactly how big to make the new cuff. I'm not really worried about him flying off, but it's always good to secure your bird, because you never know what might happen. Elijah the parrot might suddenly spook him or something. Y'all might notice this handy dandy arm wrap that I'm in right now. Ow, ow, my shoulder hurts, my shoulder hurts. Yeah, so I actually broke the bone in the top of the shoulder a couple weeks ago. They had to put it together with plates and screws. No fun, no fun for me. All right, so we are going to make this cuff using this old piece of leather as a template. And you know what? It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect, because he's just going to chew them up. Again, this is kangaroo leather that we're using, so it is pretty durable, but nothing can hold up to Rocky's chewing, because he can chew through just about anything. And he only does it when he's in the dark for more than 3 or 4 hours. He starts chewing, and so it's kind of a pain in the butt. Looks nice. I think that's the right size. I'll put a hole right there. Forgot to get all my supplies together before I started. Why are you shaking like that? You afraid of that parrot down there? So we're gonna punch a 5/16 hole in this so that we can use our 5/16 grommets. One 5/16 hole. Some 5/16 grommets fit right through it. Grommets have 2 parts. They have a male part and a female part. Just looking for some female parts. So this is the female part of a grommet. This is the male part of a grommet. And then just for people that haven't seen it or don't know, we have special grommet setting pliers, okay? And the grommet pliers have a male part that the female part sits on, like this. And then they have a female part right here that the male sits on. And so when you squeeze it together, that goes together just like that. So it will roll the outside edge of that piece of brass right there. And that's what holds your grommet together. But first, before we do that, we need to put some just grease on this piece of leather to make it more stable. And we have some just grease somewhere. So we have some Nurture Seal leather conditioner. It repels water, resists cracking, dried leather naturally. You know, I think I won. Oh, this is from Western Sporting. That's where we got it from. Anyway, pretty easy. Just take some, slather it up on both sides. It's always best to do this after you've got your piece of leather complete, because if you try to punch this leather when it's all moist and supple like this, it doesn't cut very well, it doesn't punch very well, it stretches a lot, and so it's very hard to work with. So it's always best if you condition your leather after you've got the whole thing made. Rocky, you being good? Why are you so shaky? Are you nervous? Is this making you nervous? You don't look nervous. All right, when you first set your grommet pliers, you want them to be kind of apart like that, because your first squeeze needs to just set the grommets together and not roll the piece of leather. And so when you do that, I always put the rough side of the leather into the leg like this. And then I put my male from the back side because I like to put my knot through the back way. Then I put my female side on here like this. And then the first crimp with my pliers, the male end goes through this way. And you make one nice crimp like that. Pop it open, but don't let it separate. And then you turn it down so that you can crimp it further down. Make another crimp. And this slowly rolls that piece of metal over so that your grommet will set properly. Now, if you got a crazy bird like a falcon, you probably can't do this like this. You'll probably have to have somebody help you. Probably have to put them in a towel, probably have to cast them, but Rocky's pretty good about behaving himself. All right, so as you can see, we've rolled that piece of brass over, and so this is secure now. And so what I'll do is I'll take both my jesses out. I'll put this just in the back like this. Now I'm just showing you this because we're fixing to go put him in his free loft and we're not going to have the equipment on at all. But I always put, and I am going to have him tied down. This is how you want them, the knots on the smooth side, like that. And so whenever you put your leash on him, and then you tie him down, then both of these are pulling at the same rate, and they're not going to pull him off. Now I'm not going to tie these up right now because we're fixing to take him outside and put him in his free loft. So that's how we regest and fix equipment. Oh, by the way, if you want your own great horned owl, you can get this by clicking the link at the back of this video, because we have teamed up with Wild Republic and you can get this plushie. And guess what? You don't need any permits for this. So click the link, get a permit, and the proceeds go to our Raptor Rescue Program. And you need a great horned owl, unfazed. All right, so let's go take Rocky so that he can be with his girlfriend, Rebecca. Of Rebecca over there, his girlfriend. She's not super happy about the dog. She doesn't like Dub at all. But anyway, whenever we put a bird back in the mews, especially when we're free lofting them like Rebecca and Rocky are, we always make sure that we carry them tied and secured. And then once we get them in the mews, then we just take their equipment off so that they can fly around as they see fit. All right, well, all right. Bye, Rocky. Bye, Rebecca. Oh, by the way, if you want your own great horned owl, you can get this by clicking the link at the back of this video, because we have teamed up with Wild Republic and you can get this plushie. And guess what? You don't need any permits for this. So click the link, get a permit, and the proceeds go to our Raptor Rescue Program. And you need a great horned owl.